Hey guys, LegoMaster1through70 here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my collection of custom LEGO minifigures based off of the Avatar Last Airbender TV series. So yeah, and a large majority of these figures are completely custom, as in they've never even appeared in LEGO sets, and besides, I never actually got either of the two Last Airbender LEGO sets that were released back in 2006. However, I have made a couple characters that did appear as official minifigs in those sets. The rest of them either appeared in the series and were not made in minifigure form, or I also have quite a few figures that are my own custom faction, mainly. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright, so here we have the first minifigure that I want to show you guys, and this is my own custom character, Lee, from my Avatar, I'm dubbing it Origins now, sort of sub-universe, which is a fanfiction storyline I have created, and it takes place around the time of the Last Airbender TV series, and its main protagonist is this character right here, Lee, who is a metal bender and by extension an earthbender as well. And as you can see here, he's wielding two Sai, and apart from that, he's a fairly basic figure, although I do like him. Now, this is going to sort of start off the trend that you're going to notice with a lot of these figures, is that several of them use Prince of Persia elements from the older Prince of Persia sets a couple years back, and that's because I got a lot of them, of those sets when they came out, because I thought that they were really good even though the movie was decent and it didn't really do well. And especially in this Avatar universe, I think that honestly those torsos and heads and accessories really work well. So, let's continue. Alright, so here are some of the more general figures from some of the different nations that I've made. So first off, here you have a waterbender in blue, as you can see there. That would be a northern waterbender, and then a firebender in some kind of a training or Agni Kai getup that you see a couple times during the series, and then you have just probably a higher class Earth Kingdom citizen. And then over here we have a Earth Kingdom general at the front here, using a LEGO minifigures elf body, legs, and cape. And then you have a Earthbender and a Sandbender. The Sandbender isn't the most accurate, although I did want to differentiate him from my regular Earth Kingdom citizens, because if I made him more like the series, he would have a bit more tan on him. So I might redo him in the future, but for now, he's okay. Alright, so here are those Earth Kingdom citizens I talked about, and these are basically just standard sort of Earth Kingdom peasants. And pretty much all of them have accessories, and pretty much all of them have Prince of Persia elements. And they're not really supposed to have any specific roles, although the one in the back here is supposed to be sort of like a robber, or a mugger, I guess you could say. So yeah, I like these figures a lot actually. They're probably one of my favorite groupings of figures that I've made, so yeah. Alright, so here we have Fire Nation soldiers. Now on this plate right here we have a Fire Nation captain who has, this is actually a misprinted Knights Kingdom 2 torso piece. Pretty much all these figures use elements from the Knights Kingdom 2 series, because again I got a lot of those sets and they work fairly well with the Fire Nation armor that we see in Last Airbender. And then the other guy right here is just a regular Fire Nation archer. The only actual really archers that we see really in the Avatar series are the Yu Yan archers, who have like a bunch of tattoos and stuff. This is my sort of interpretation of a more standard archer in more of a regular Fire Nation soldier getup. And then the four figures over here are more standard soldiers. The two on the right are foot soldiers that we see during the series, even though their helmets are not the right color. And the two on the left here could be considered sort of like elite guards or something like that. Again, that's just figures that I had the parts for, and I think they look okay. They're not the most accurate, but I think that they're, for the most part, pretty good. Okay, so here we have the custom faction that I was talking about earlier. These guys are what I call the Shadow Assassins, and some of you who are familiar with it might recognize several similarities with The Legend of Korra, and with the Equalists, who are the main antagonists in the first book of that series. and that's pretty much almost all by chance because I basically I made these characters before The Legend of Korra aired. Oh, what was it, a year or two ago? So this was back in like maybe 2011 or so. So basically, there are a few similarities, mainly with these two figures right here. These guys are supposed to be the sort of the leader of the Shadow Assassins, and also his second in command. So some of you are familiar with The Legend of Korra might recognize some similarities to Amon and the Lieutenant. So yeah, that was again, that was completely by chance. And with the Equalists, when The Legend of Korra came out, I sort of had the idea of making these guys kind of precursors to the Equalists, meaning that they're basically anti-bending. So even though there's not a direct correlation, they could be some sort of contributing factor. I like to have my fanfiction stories sort of mesh into the existing universe, not be completely different. So that's an example that I tried to do here. And these guys are again made from mostly Prince of Persia parts, and a couple of other types of black minifigure robe pieces. And some of you who are fans of Skyrim may notice some similarities with the Stormcloaks faction. Again, that was completely by chance. It's just that I used lots of the pieces from the Prince of Persia Assassins, and so I guess that sort of went together with Stormcloaks. Again, it was completely by chance, but I basically wanted to give these guys a really dark and I guess cloaked feel. So that's what I did. And they have various types of weapons. I tried not to give them too traditional weapons. I'm not very happy with the ones that have spears and axes because they are supposed to be assassins, but I'm gonna have to decide what I want to do with that. So these figures, for the most part, I really like. The other ones over here, I'm not as big of a fan of. I don't like them as much, mainly because I was sort of running out of parts when I made these guys. And basically, the ones on the left, the archers, I really do like a lot. However, the other ones, the sort of ninja guys, I'm not as big a fan of. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. I've shown you most of my Avatar minifigures. There are a couple which I am not quite done yet. I sort of either I don't have the right parts, or I've just got like a section of it and I don't really know how to complete it. So for now, that's basically it, and I'll be showing more, hopefully more Avatar minifigures when I get around to making them, because they're not very easy to make. The parts are fairly hard to get, and I had a major advantage in that I actually had acquired lots of again, Prince of Persia and Knight's Kingdom sets before I started making Avatar creations, so that sort of provided a bit of a springboard for me to make these figures. So yeah, please feel free to comment in the comment section below what you thought of these. I highly encourage comments. They really help me. Just they keep me motivated, they keep me going, and they provide me with new, fresh ideas to make better videos for you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, more Avatar figures, and especially more mocks in the future. I really like making these small sort of Avatar vignettes that you may have seen on my channel recently. It's a type of thing that I can make fairly quickly, and that I have several ideas to make them with, especially involving my Avatar origin storyline. So yeah, that's basically it, guys.